you could do it. And I think that's really encouraging for everyone on the team.
I'm sure you've already been asked this, but what'd you make of the 93,000 fans that were out?
I've already said, I mean, I wasn't expecting that at all. I mean, that being my last G-Day and spring game, I mean, that was awesome to see. I mean, we have the best fans in the country coming out there and supporting us like that. I mean, it was awesome.
It seems to me like it's that everybody's going out of their way to downplay. I mean, just on the team in this locker room to downplay Jacob Eason or what any of the quarterbacks is. That kind of like the mantra is like, hey, we're not going to blow air up anybody's skirt here.
Yeah.
I mean, you're being careful not to say too much, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm just an offensive lineman. I just watch for the guys. So, I mean, I don't have anything to say about it. I mean, I think anyone who's back there is going to do a great job, whether it's Eason, Grayson, Bryce. I mean, whoever's back there, they're all great players, and they're going to do their best job to win for the team.
But you know, I mean, the dynamic there is pretty obvious. A 6'6" quarterback comes in from Washington. He finally trots in the game in the second quarter. The crowd, did you hear?
Yeah, I was wondering what they were cheering about. I thought they like panned on to like Nick Chubb on the sideline or something.
Yeah, which had happened earlier. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, are you protective of him in that regard? You know, the expectations are through the roof. He can't help that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, being essentially so highly recruited, I mean, I guess the fans definitely want to see what he can do, and he played well out there today. He made a lot of good throws and kind of just gave a glimpse, I guess, of what he could do going into the fall.
Greg, does it seem like every corner you guys turn with this coaching staff, there's some new challenge, something new to work on, anything like that's always thrown at you?
Yeah, I think so. As a player, I know. I mean, you're not. I mean, by no means am I perfect in my playing tackle or guard as offensive lineman. There's always things that I could work on, whether it be getting stronger, stretching. I mean, watching film, just working on technique stuff. I think that goes on, and that's what Coach Smart's building here. Just accountability and guys going out there and kind of just doing that little extra to just be that much better.
What about as an offensive lineman? Coach tells us we didn't run the ball very well, and that's kind of personal for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we only got Sony back there, kind of going off, but it definitely does get personal. I mean, you kind of that's you want that to be your bread and butter. George has always been kind of punch you in the mouth running, and just going into the summer, we'll definitely work on that going into fall camp.
We always hear leadership, accountability over the summer, all that kind of stuff. What's going to be different about these workouts as opposed to the last 3 you've been through, or 4, however many you've been through?
Well, it'd be different because I'll be a senior this year, right. I think, and me and some of the other seniors are on that leadership group. And like I said before, Coach Smart is saying, I mean, just kind of bring along those younger guys, because some of the freshmen that come in, they've been the best player at their high school, and they never really had anyone say like, oh, you should be doing this as a team and everything like that. So it just kind of. Coach Smart really wants the leadership of the team to take control of it, because, I mean, he's not going to go out there and play on Saturdays. So it comes down to us.
The leadership development process we've heard about, I mean, is that something that's a little slower this time around than it has been the last few years?
What do you mean?
Just in terms of, like, where it seemed like when you guys were going into summer, you knew who your leaders were. It seems like that's not the case right now.
Well, I think for the team, like the guys on the team know who our leaders are, and it doesn't matter if you're a senior or a freshman. A leader can be a very vocal guy that goes out there and says a lot of good things and plays well, or a guy that just leads by example and doesn't say much. He can be a freshman, but I mean, Coach Smart kind of picks some of the seniors on the team to be in that leadership group, and some underclassmen that have done well in the field and just really just done well just off the field too. I mean, guys that aren't getting in trouble or anything like that, take care of their business.
You talk about leading some of the young